What would you consider to be the signature win of your career to date?
I would say Ryan.
There's some concern that they continue to creep up the body and block. Work done down to the body. Talk about putting it work.
B3 Pick CV, we back again. Man, make sure y'all tap the like button, follow the channel, help the channel grow. Let's try this again. B3 Pick CV, Savage ENT. We back again, man. Tap the like button, follow the channel, help the channel grow. We definitely working. Shout out to the Sports Talk Network, the People's Network. Man, God is great, and you know we straight. We blessed Zanny already. Man, we building today. Amazing, phenomenal weekend in general. A great weekend in the sport of boxing. Man, shout out to Teofimo Lopez. Tough fight, moving up from 140 to 147. He was able to edge a majority decision over Rolly Romero. Now the question is, are they going to make the big fights? Are we going to get the big fights at unifications? Teofimo Lopez versus Devin Haney. We're going to see. We're going to wait until more people come in, but I definitely want to do a 10 count for Devin. He lost his mother, so we do have to respect that. I do want to send my condolences on platform. It's extremely unfortunate, so I'm praying for him and his family. We're going to do a moment of silence on the platform, a 10-second moment of silence at this time. Rest in peace, Miss Clay, and condolences to the Haney family. Now, if you just coming in, smash the like button, punch the like button, follow the channel, help the channel grow. Amazing live earlier today. Praise and worship was phenomenal. I wanted to come on here and kick it with y'all, talk a little boxing. So it's very interesting now at 147. Is 147 back? Are y'all loving 147? Is 147 a new glamour division? Is it in the mix? You got Devin Haney, WBO champion, Ryan Garcia, WBC champion, Teofimo Lopez, WBA champion, Leon Pato, IBF champion. So it's definitely high power right now. I'm excited overall for the sport. Just at 147. Now we do need to get these fights. Um, I understand the layout, I understand the play, I understand what Teofimo was saying. Let me just say this. Teofimo, everybody can see he can't beat Devin Haney. If you didn't know it before, you should know it now. Um, so of course, he pushed position himself to fight Devin last. He wants to get the winner of Ryan Garcia versus Conor Ben, which makes sense. That's a better route for him. As we seen with Rolly hurt Tio, almost stopped Tio. I mean, it got ugly in there for a second, and Rolly feels like he should have got more favor on the judge's perspective. But I was listening to Marky Dan call the fight, and Marky Dan was definitely scoring it for Rolly, feeling like Rolly was winning a lot of those rounds. So Marky Dan will probably pull up today, and we'll get his thoughts, his comments on it. But I think the right man won. Shout out to Tio, you know, Tio Lopez getting the job done, uh, doing what a lot of people didn't think he was going to do. A lot of people was picking Rolly. Bentley tried to put a friendly 50 on Rolly. I was like, wow, I was shocked. But, I mean, I picked Tio, and at the end of the day, he got the job done. So, Tio is now 3 division champion, and on Twitter, Shakur was talking about how Tio was 3 divisions and how that kind of boosts Shakur, man. Shakur, he don't need that. Like, he's at that level where at the end of the day, he still got to fight other guys. You the top guy, but your career's not over. Like, that's one win. We need to see you fight Devin Haney, Tank Davis. We need to see those fights. Ryan Garcia. We need to see those fights for Shakur. And then, he'd be in the driver's seat. Definitely be in the driver's seat. So I'm excited to see what's next. I believe Devin is going to be taking. Well, we'll see. We haven't heard yet, but we haven't heard of a fight being lined up for him. So hopefully we'll get some news on it. Some news we can use. I think we should. I think it's going to be interesting to see how everything plays out. Let me run this for y'all real quick.
I think it's gonna be a great fight while it lasts.
While it lasts.
No,
So-
you know I'm somebody.
So
wouldn't
you
be
are
fighting
somebody.
me if I wasn't
You
somebody.
somebody, brother.
Okay.
I give you your credit.
Okay.
Boy, you the best of the best. Boy, you out here doing your little
Yes, sir.
thug wizard.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So I
sir.
gotta knock
Yes,
your
sir.
block off.
Thank you very
Can't
much.
nobody else say nothing else. That's all. That's how I feel about that.
Devin Haney is my introduction to a legendary career. All of that's cool, but this is where the real fans come in at. After Saturday, when I come put this boy in the dirt, there is no such thing as if I am going to do that. But he's saying, like, what does this put me after this? I mean, the world is mine.
And the good man, Mark Dan. Make sure y'all lock in, follow Democracy Briefings. Mark Dan, talk to the people. How you feeling today, champ?
I'm doing well today. Doing really well. How you doing?
Man, that's good. Listen, man, I'm happy, healthy, thankful, bro. You already know, blessed, not stressed. Now, let me bring you in on this, Mark, and then we'll move on. We'll pivot, right? I want you to at least just speak about Teofimo Lopez versus Rolly Romero.
But before we get into that, can I just say something?
Yeah, Mark, do your thing.
Um, Gervonta Tank Davis, anybody who is still a fan of that dude, you are an absolute sucker. You are an absolute sucker. The way how he just spoke about Devin Haney's mother after we just learned that she passed away, and then like the his actions when it comes to women, his words about Lamont Roach's child, his daughter. Anybody who could still sit up here and support this dude, I understand your character now. And I just want to say that. And I pray that we don't talk about that dude again because he's not going to fight this year. He ain't want to fight in 2 years. And I'm just cool on the dude. Like, I really don't care to ever talk about that guy ever again, especially because his next fight is probably going to be against some PBC Mexican that's undefeated that nobody ever heard from that they dragged up from Guadalajara. And I really don't care if we never talk about the dude again. I just wanted to say that. Go ahead. What was your question?
Yeah, I mean, and what's your? I mean, I'm with you, Mark. I understand your premise. I was going to do different show topics, but a lot of this stuff is kind of cringe, you know. Um,
Yeah,
as a
he's a
man that
cringe
got fighter,
guy.
I don't really want to even discuss certain things that's not positive and uplifting. That's just me though. But I like um, so I'm with you. Just talk about what's your thoughts on the fight. I mean, Tio versus Rolly.
I
When you
thought it
was
was a
calling
good
the fight,
fight. I
when you was
keep
calling the
hearing.
fight,
I thought it was a good fight, three. I mean, I keep hearing people crap all over the fight. I keep our brother Chop Cheese Tom, our STN brother. Shout out to Chop Cheese Tom, TD Sports Talk. Go subscribe to him. But I just keep hearing people crap all over the fight. I thought it was a competitive fight. It was a bit slow paced at certain points. I did feel like Rolly was doing a bit too much backpedaling and moving, but at the same time, I also thought he was doing a lot of good work with the left hook, with his jab to the body and upstairs. Now the problem was he didn't have I don't think he had much outside of that, and he would throw the overhand right. He caught Tio with one really good one that hurt him in I think it was the fifth round. And then there was another exchange where Tio caught him with a straight right, and then Rolly came back immediately and caught him with the straight right. You know what I'm saying? But outside of like the left hook and the jab to the body, Rolly was throwing like, I don't feel like he had a plan B outside of that. You know what I'm saying? But I thought personally, I scored it. I gave Rolly a lot of the early rounds. Um, I thought Chris Mannix was on some type of substances. I don't know if it was liquor. I don't know if it was some class A narcotics that Chris Mannix was smoking. But I thought his scorecard was crazy. Giving To what was it? I think he had it like
allegedly.
5-2. Yeah, allegedly. Excuse me. I think he had it like 5-2 after 7. I thought for Tio, I thought that was insane in my personal opinion. I scored it 6-5, one even for Rolly. At the same time, I thought it should have been a draw or a dub for Rolly. At the same time, I didn't have no problem with Tio winning it because I had at least 3 swing rounds on my card. So you could have gave any of those rounds to Tio, especially some of those early rounds. It was a lot of fencing going on, so it's not inconceivable that you could have gave Tio some of those rounds that would have gave him a decision. Um, but I also just feel like I kind of feel like Rolly never really had a chance with the judges. I feel like Tio is one of those guys like Ryan Garcia, like Devin Haney, like Tank. He's always been promoted as one of the dudes who was going to be the faces of boxing. You know what I'm saying? Who's going to take over the mantle. Now you have 3 of those 4 kings, like what you have in your title. You have 3 of them at welterweight, a money division. So I feel like the business of boxing just kind of wanted to roll with Tio. Um, but at the same time, Tio, I got to give a guy credit. After he got wobbled and his eye was split open, I mean, he showed a lot of grit, a lot of heart, and he was going to the body. I mean, that jab to the body, straight right hand to Rolly's left side was. I thought it was killing Rolly, especially late in the fight. You saw Rolly was doing a lot of backpedaling. Um, so I do have to give Tio credit because I thought he fought a determined fight, and yeah, I hope to see him unify with those other champions. He's calling for Ryan Garcia kind of being winner. It could be a Jack Catterall next. I don't mind any of those fights. but I didn't think like it was a waste of a Saturday night. I thought it was a really great fight, or excuse me, good fight, not great, good fight. Competitive. It was interesting.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, Mark. Shout out to Tamanika, putting some color in the chat, blessing the platform, showing love. It's good seeing you. Appreciate you. Listen, amazing. Siobhan in here. Happy Monday. Come on now, don't play. Appreciate all the
Absolutely.
love and support. Good to see you, Vaughn. Pugilism in here. Shout out to Pugilism. Hey, we working. Now, let me ask you this. Talk about Teofimo versus Devin Haney. What's your
You
thoughts
go.
on that matchup?
You're going in and out. Three. What you say?
Hold on, you can hear me, Mark?
I can hear you, but it's like it'd be like you talk for like 10, 15 seconds, then it'll just be silence, and then you'll
Hold
come
on.
back. It's weird. Another day. StreamYard still on the same stuff. Rolly had a good 4 rounds with the haymakers left. Teal controlled the terms of engagement and had Rolly's ribs red. I don't disagree with that pugilism. That's why I say I don't necessarily have a pro. I didn't have I didn't call it a robbery or a gift or anything like that. I thought Tio you could have gave it to him. I had at least 3 swing rounds on my card.
What's your thoughts now, Mark? You can hear me? Am I coming through clear?
You are, but you sound quiet.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. My thoughts on the fight, my opinion on the fight. I thought it was a good fight. I thought, Tio, he did what he was supposed to do. He got the job done. But I mean, he got damaged. I mean, I don't foresee him being able to beat Brian Norman Jr. I think Brian Norman Jr. get Tio right now. And Keyshawn. And Devin. So Tio in a tough spot. He may and Tiger Johnson. I got Tiger Johnson beating Tio too.
As do I.
What route are you gonna take if you Tio, Mark?
I think you take the route that offers the most money. If you're gonna lose, make the most. I mean, maximize your loss. Make the most amount of money. So I would try to lose to the Conor Ben Ryan Garcia winner. Now I don't know. I think I heard that there's a rematch clause in that Ryan Garcia fight. That I think that's what I heard. So I don't know if that could happen next. So Theo might be forced to fight Jack Catterall next, which I think he could very well lose to Jack Catterall too. I mean, a lot of people are not giving Jack Catterall the respect he deserves. Like that dude is an excellent fighter.
Yeah, I don't foresee Tio being Jack. I mean, Tio, he got the job done, but he's gonna be smaller than 147 against a lot of these guys.
I don't disagree. He was small last. He was small on Saturday night. I mean, he was small against a lot of dudes at 140 though. He was smaller against Barboza. He was smaller against Josh Taylor. Um, you know, he was smaller against Shakur. I mean, that wasn't a great look for him, but still, I feel like after leaving 135, this has kind of been, and this kind of will be the theme of To's career, where he's going to be undersized.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. So dang, so you got Tiger Johnson smoking Tio right now too.
As do I. Let me see. What sanctioning body is Tiger Johnson ranked in? Let me see.
Did I go out, Mark?
No, you still here?
You got Tiger Johnson beating Tio.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think like the distance, like Rolly, I don't think like I think Rolly has come a long way. And you could definitely see that, Salas has been working on him with some things when it comes to being able to box, and his defense. I thought the shell a lot of times was working for Rolly when it came to, slipping shots to the head, but the body don't move. And when you're in that bladed stance, his left side was just open to T.O.'s straight right hand and jab. But Tiger Johnson has been boxing for a much longer time than Rolly. I think he's much more skilled. Not only that, Tiger Johnson is kind of like a protege of T.O. The two of them trained together for a while. Where T.O. or excuse me, Tiger was in a couple of T.O.'s training camps. And Tiger said T.O. I think Tiger said T.O. was like his big brother. Because they train at that at the top rank uh training comp or whatever they call that place. So I think Tiger is gonna have a lot of insights into T.O.'s flaws and weaknesses, even the ones that are already apparent and probably the ones that aren't as apparent. So yeah, I would pick Tiger Johnson to win that fight. Just not only that, just off like I think Tiger Johnson would much, much excel more fighting at long range, mid to long range than Teofimo. I think that'd be a bad matchup for Teo.
Yeah, 1000%. That's a bad matchup for Tio.
What's Tiger's first name again?
Delonte. Yeah, pugilism said Tio scar tissue above his eye is constantly a target. Man, Rolly cracked him one time. That joint burst open.
Man, Delonte is ranked nowhere. He's ranked number 9 in the WBO. He's ranked number 9 in the IBF for Liam Paro, and he's ranked number 15 in the WBC. So he got some work to do. Because those guys, they're not just going to they ain't going to offer Tiger Johnson a fight.
Yeah, you better know it. You already know he got work to do, Mark.
Yeah, he got to fight Rohan Polanco. That's the dude that's ahead of him in the rankings.
His top rank gonna make that fight.
I think they should. I mean, what are they doing with them?
Guess I don't know. I think Polanco may have just got him off an injury, like a little subtle injury or something.
Let's see.
He didn't look good his last fight in Puerto Rico. He just looked average. I don't think they want to put him in there with Tiger Johnson right now. Throw him away. They're not going.
Well, then Tiger Johnson versus Brian Norman Jr. I don't mind that. Uh, or Keyshawn. Mix and match either any of those 3 fighters. Who's another dude? I see they got Curiel. Who's Raul Curiel signed to?
Golden Boy Promotions.
Okay, that fight ain't happening. Let me see.
Nah.
I don't know, but just do something. Do something, man. Come on now, Tiger. I
Yeah, Tiger gonna have
understand
to
ain't
get it done
nobody gonna give you nothing, but still, come on. You
at
gotta push
all.
top rank to make these fights for you so you can get up in those rankings.
Facts. That's a fact. Yeah, I like so what you think? What's your thoughts on 147 right now, Mark? Is it back to relevancy in your opinion? Are you liking the contenders and the players? Keyshawn Davis being there, moving up there now, Tiger Johnson, Brian Norman. Then you got Botto, Catterall, Ryan Devin,
I
Roley.
mean, you got 3 of the original 4 Kings now hold belts at the weight class. You got Keyshawn Davis, even though he's a scary punk, still people talk about him a lot. You got Shakur trying to work his way, trying to negotiate his way into a 144 fight with somebody at 47. So you can kind of throw him in the welterweight mix too. You got Tiger Johnson, who we're just talking about. You know what I'm saying? Liam Paro former champion at 140, Australian star. His name can draw foreign eyes potentially. So yeah, I think it's back to a level of relevancy, you know, versus what it was when it was just Boots, who was still kind of growing into, being a champion and a star that people were taking seriously. And then you had Stanionis. Nobody really cared about him. I mean, Mario Barrios. Nobody really cared about him. And who else you had? You had Brian Norman Jr., who, you know, people care about him online, but he ain't no ticket seller. I feel like all three of these guys, T.O., well, I say T.O., Ryan Garcia, and Devin Haney, any of these three guys fighting could sell out anywhere in New York or Vegas or California. And then you also had the pay-per-view side of that. So I feel like those three guys mixing and matching can definitely draw a lot of casual eyes. On top of the fact, Liam Paro, I told you this before, I think, the Australian government would be willing to subsidize a big-time fight or unification between Liam Paro and any of those guys if they wanted to come to Australia. Is it the Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford, era? No.
Salute,
Is it?
one, salute. A good
Yeah.
brother. Yeah.
Yeah, salute to my guy, Just Ask One. Go ahead and subscribe to the #1 Rising Boxing YouTube channel, man. Go subscribe to that brother. That's a good brother right there. And shout out to TD Sports, aka Chop Cheesy, aka Pastrami on Ride Boy Tom, aka Submarine Sandwich Bandit. Good guy right there. He hates the welterweight division today. But yes, it is back to a level of relevancy. It definitely is.
Yes. And I gotta ask you, man, what's your thoughts about Devin versus Tio for Undisputed? Like, how likely is that? I think Tio said he wants to fight Devin last. Do you feel like he looks at Devin as his toughest fight, or did you buy into the fact that he said the whole undisputed, not undisputed, they should fight for undisputed? Are you buying into that?
Well, firstly, I don't even know if Tio can beat Ryan. If Rolly was able to catch him with that counter left hook so many times, what do you think somebody with a lightning quick left hook like Ryan Garcia is going to do to Tio? I think Ryan Garcia would knock Tio the F out. Now that's just my opinion. We'll see what happens. But I don't think Tio is going to make it to undisputed. That's the problem. So yeah, But if Tio and Dev were to meet each other for an undisputed fight, man, 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 that might be, and people could jump on me. You know what I'm saying? I want all the smoke. I want all the smoke. That fight might be as big as Terrence Crawford versus Earl Spence. I think it could do 700,000 buys. I think it could do a crazy gate. I mean, you just have so much history between the two of them, and then the fan bases. Teal's fan base has kind of been, it's taken some beatings for him. But I think well, I ain't gonna say the guy's channel, but the Dominican boy up there in New York, I think he's gonna be back on fire. I think he's gonna rally the troops, and they could sell out that fight anywhere they want, T-Mobile or Madison Square Garden or the Barclays Center. That'd be a huge fight, and you could definitely draw a lot of casual eyes with that fight. You'd definitely draw the Adrian Broners and Dean the Greats to talk about it on their stream, the Aiden Rosses, all of them. Pugilism says the same path Kia set, get more money versus everyone else before letting Haney get lion's share of purse strike. But what does that even mean, Pugilism? He's not gonna get back that $3 million or that $2 million. He's not. He could fight
Yeah,
all these
that's a
other
sunk
dudes.
cost. It's unfortunate.
Yeah. Now, listen, if he's able to get a fight for $5 million, God bless him. Good for him. He proved me wrong, but it's looking like the turkey bags are becoming slim picking. So I don't know who he's going to make that money with. He's certainly not going to do it with Brian Norman.
You know what actually would be a fun fight, and possibly it's not a big fight. He wouldn't make 5 million, but Andy Hidoka versus Keyshawn
I certainly
at
wouldn't mind it.
147.
I certainly
That
wouldn't mind it. That'd be a good fight.
yeah, that would be huge. Both dudes moving up. I'm not sure how big of an audience Hidioka has in Japan, but
Probably none.
Keyshawn not gonna make more money versus anybody outside of fighting Ryan or Tank. So I don't even think he's probably even thinking that way.
The last time I seen Keyshawn was at the Clarissa Shields fight, and he was lit. He looked like he'd been drowning in sorrows. So I think he realizes just how dumb he looks right now. I mean, he lost out on. I mean, $3 million is not no chump change. Like people, like we like to compare it to Usyk and you know what I'm saying, what NBA stars are making and all this. Man, $3 million is life changing bread. That's generational wealth. If you're smart about it, if you're not a dummy like an Adrian Broner. And I sent you the link one so you could pull up. But yeah, I don't know. Keyshawn, he got to decide what he want to do because he lost out on a massive fight, a massive payday, massive opportunity, potentially put himself in a division that is going to be attracting a lot of money for the next few years with the, three of the four kings now in the division. So he got to decide what he wants to do next. He could have been, you know, and that's another thing, B3 picks. I don't want to hear nothing from the brother boys about I can't fight him. That's my brother. Shut your behind up. We just saw Rolly and Tio get it on. And them two have been friends since they were teenagers. So it's no more excuses. The two of y'all can get this fight on. Stop being a bunch of P words. Stop being a bunch of pussycats and get up in the ring. You know what I'm saying? It's like Mike Tyson said, if you're my friend, you'll fight me. And we'll make money together. We got Just Ask One. We got Just Ask One. As I was just stating, the number one green banana boy on YouTube. How you doing, one?
Decent. What's up with y'all?
We good. We good. What was your thoughts on the fight this weekend?
Hold on, let
Just
me say
learn.
this, man. Shout out to my brother Juan Claudio. Make sure y'all like him with Just Ask Juan. Good brother. Ryan Anthony, salute. Maruko Boxing. Salute to you. Blessings to you, family. Juan, what's your thoughts on the fight, man? Did you score like Mark, or did you feel like Tio washed him?
Still watched him. It was a glorified sparring session. That Jones a glorified. I turned it off after I think the 8th round. I just glorified sparring session. That's what it was, man. It is what it is. They ain't want to fight each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah.
I think a glorified sparring session is crazy.
That's what it was, bro. It's a glorified sparring session, bro. You tell me, besides the 5th round, you tell me besides the 5th round at that point where he clipped him. Where was the suspense at any point of the fight? The fight kept going the same way it
Uh, I
was.
mean, I mean, you had adversity. One, you had the guy's eyes split open. In the fourth round, actually, the round before, Rolly caught Tio with another left hook that damn near buckled his legs and knocked him off balance. Then, I mean, you had drama. One after the fifth round, I thought Rolly was going to go out there and potentially stop Tio. What you saw instead was Tio go to the fire, and he doubled up on his work to the body, and that backed up Rolly Romero. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
He
sorry you thought it was I'm sorry you didn't enjoy it, brother. I didn't think it was a waste of a Saturday night. I thought it was a pretty good fight.
Nah, I can
Me and
honestly.
BVO was on the panel watching it. It wasn't the worst fight I ever seen. It wasn't no T.O. versus Jermaine Ortiz.
No,
I know that.
I ain't saying it's that. It's just it's a glorified sparring session. And really, in all reality, if you're looking at it from a lens of you let these two dudes fight each other, and then at that point you let them fight each other, and then they sit there and perform like this is really what, to me, I felt like made it a glorified sports session. I don't like the way they
So
fought each
Juan,
other.
you saying it was a trash fight?
It was a trash fight, honestly.
Mm.
Tell you the truth, like there was no point in any time of the fight where you thought Tio was losing this fight. He got clipped that one time, and it was it. And then even after the fact that he got clipped, he came back the next round and dominated that whole round. So there was no point in that fight that you thought, oh, T Rolly has really a remote chance of, all right, let me lock in. He had no remote chance. He clipped them at the end of a round. I forgot what round it was. He clipped them at the end of the round that wobbled him a little bit. And then after that, it was glorified sparring session, literally from, I'm pretty sure from 8 to 12. It literally just a repeat and rinse round. So it was not that, bro. I'm sorry, but it was not that.
Damn. It seemed like the Puerto
Yeah.
Ricans are tough critics, man. You got the Chop Cheesy boy said the same thing.
No, they just watch a lot. They just watch boxing. And truth be told, I mean, Rolly did just as good as Steve Claggett. I mean, that was. I mean, at the end of the day, I thought. Well, no, Steve Claggett maybe even did better than Rolly. Respectfully, like Rolly, he thought he wanted to get credit for boxing. He didn't let his hands go though. You can box, and evade punches. He did well to survive, but he wasn't landing at a high clip. And he never started to walk Tio down and hurt him. Once he knew he could hurt Tio, he needed to flip a switch. But I don't think he's that guy. And I do think he knows that his chin is vulnerable to get stopped. So he didn't want to put himself in harm's way. So he boxed a very safe fight. And the judges showed him he boxed too safe.
Well, I don't have a problem with that opinion. I just don't think like it was the brother Juan makes it sound like it was a trash fight. I just don't agree with that. But just as Juan is he's entitled to his opinion. And yeah, he's not the only person that had that opinion.
Yeah, not by a long shot. Juan, you at work right now? I was gonna ask you something.
Yeah,
Shout out
give
to
me a minute. I'm,
everybody
I'm
in the
just I'm
chat.
buying something. Give me a
Okay,
minute.
Juan, do your thing. Y'all tap the like button when y'all in here. Follow the channel, help the channel grow. We definitely working. Um, Mark Dan. So your boy is fighting this weekend, Moses Atama. Just kind of speak about it, and do you expect him to stop Hergovich?
I do, but at the same time, I think we're gonna find out some things about Mozatoma. We're gonna really see if he's at a different level because Dubois got into a slugfest with Hergovich and then stopped him. The Zhang fight. You can argue that Zhang probably should have got the decision, but that was not no easy fight for Zhang. Zhang, I mean, that was a slugfest. So we're gonna see, like, if Moses Atoma can really go in there and just starch Hergovich or just outclass him on the way to stopping him. I think we really got something special that we're looking at. Or it could be the case that, you know, Moses Atoma for the first time in his career might have to take a deep breath, might have to take go through some adversity, and we'll see how he comes out of that. But this is
My fault. I'm
definitely
back now.
a stepping stone fight. This is without a doubt the best opponent of his career. I mean, Hergovich. The difference between a Hergovich and a Jermaine Ortiz or Jermaine Franklin, excuse me, is like the distance between Africa and Brazil, respectfully. So we're gonna see definitely who the real Moses Itoma is this upcoming weekend.
Mm.
And then, hopefully
Uh,
after the fight, I'm hoping that we could get the winner versus the winner of Dubois versus Wardley this upcoming October.
Okay. What about Agate? I mean, is people just gonna duck him?
What's
who Caballero?
you said something on?
Caballero?
Yeah, Agate
Yeah.
Caballero, the body snatcher.
I don't
Well,
know.
you know what? It might be the case that the winner of this upcoming fight has to fight Frankie Sanchez. Because the IBF, they don't play about their mandatories,
Yeah.
especially when you're a first time
Yeah, they have
champion.
to.
Yeah, they gotta fight Frank.
They have to. It's a mandatory now. At that point, they put that as because I think they was gonna give them the interim and then let them fight to unify it, but I think they just made them the mandatory as it was, and I think they gave them step aside money as it was. I think too also.
Yeah, so it might be the case that the winner of Dubois versus Wardley is coming October. They might have to fight. They might make because Frank Warren, Agate Caballero signed to Frank Warren, and Dubois and Wardley are signed to Frank Warren. So it might be the case that we get that fight next after this October. B3 picks.
Mm.
That'd be a great fight.
I'd agree.
You, you think Moses is gonna beat Frank Sanchez right now?
I believe so. Yeah. But again, we got to see who the real Moses Atoma is. We got to see him against a real dangerous heavyweight, and that's what Hergovich is. Say whatever you want about his losses or the one gift decision. That guy has power. You know what I'm saying? And he's pretty athletic. He just has some gas tank issues, which is
Mm.
pretty normal for heavyweights, especially power punchers.
Who Hergovich?
Yeah.
See what the thing is, bro, and all respects to Hergovich, I got mad respect for him. I think he's a tremendous fighter. He's just never seen something like Moses before. Like we've rarely seen something like Moses before. Somebody that big that has that type of speed and that type of patience and being on top of that young and he's that good already. We've really never seen that. Like closest thing to that was Mike. Literally was Mike. And even then Mike didn't face the competition he faced until later on. And he's doing that now. Like Moses is doing that now. So it's like as much as I want to critique Kid, like I said it the last time, like I feel like he has a little bit of gas tank issues. But then again, he fought in spurts and it won. Like and it blew dude out water. Like somebody that I don't even think
Whoa.
ever gotten stopped. My fault. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Like he fought somebody that never got stopped, and Jermaine Franklin beat him down. Fought Dillian White, and a lot of people don't knock out Dillian White and knock them out in a round, bro. So it's like,
Juan, but you gotta be honest. Jermaine Franklin, his best years were 4 years ago when he had that good fight with Dillian White, and then he survived against Anthony Joshua. It's not like
I would
he's
have said, I would
it's
not
not
say,
like
I wouldn't say he survived. He fought back, and Anthony was clipping him. Anthony, you got to remember also, Anthony's one of the biggest punches ever
but do you no,
at
but
this
what
weight.
I when I say when I but what I mean when I say survived, he was not in any way, shape, form, or fashion in any position to win that fight at any point during that fight. And like you just said, he was getting clipped a lot. So I think his main objective was just to make it 12 rounds, not necessarily to
And,
win. That's what I
yeah, I
mean when
mean,
I say
hey,
that.
hey, you can say what you want. Anthony Joshua ain't get him out of there. Dillian White didn't get him out of there. You know who got him out
But
of
how
there?
many
Most of
years
the time,
ago were those fights?
and don't matter. He
It
don't,
do
and I
matter.
want, and I want on top of that, he doesn't take a lot of damage, Marky. That
Who's he
man does
been
not take.
fighting?
Who's he been fighting, bro? There's nobody that he's one of the more avoided fighters in the heavyweight division. He
Okay, he's
whoever he fights,
hold on 1 second. He's 20. Wait, he's 21 years old. Juan, he ain't been boxing for that long. That's number one. Number
nah,
two,
No, we're
Number
talking
two.
about Jermaine. We're talking about Jermaine. We ain't
Oh,
saying
Jermaine. Oh,
yeah. Jermaine is literally one of the dudes that you don't want to put your heavyweight against because he can either beat you or make you look really, really bad. He's not a scrub. That dude's not a scrub, bro.
well, he fought at the time
He did
two of
all
the
the
best
rounds with
selling.
AJ.
Yeah, he fought at the time two of the best selling heavyweights in British boxing outside of Tyson
Matter of
Fury.
fact, look,
So
right? So he lost. He lost to Anthony Joshua. He lost to Dillian White, and he lost to Otama, right? Prior
Well,
to that,
Thomas
right?
stopped him in 5. The other two
Yeah,
went the distance.
exactly, and literally ever since then, like he don't lose a lot, Marky. It's not like he loses to lose, and even then, wasn't the Dillian White like fight? Wasn't it controversial or something like that? Wasn't it like we could see
nah,
him
but
winning?
I thought Dillian White won
No, no, no,
decisively. It was a
no.
good
Oh,
fight,
for
but
Jermaine or Moses?
No, the
what
Jermaine
you
fight when
mean?
he fought Dillian. When he fought Dillian.
Oh, he thought he could have got the win. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people were
I
thinking that he
didn't
could
give
have
it.
got the win.
I didn't give it to him. It was a really good fight. He was doing some great work, but no, I don't think he should have got that decision. That's my
Okay,
opinion, though.
but okay, that's your opinion. But that's what I'm saying, Marky. A lot of people are not doing that to Jermaine Franklin. Two of the best heavyweights that we've seen in the past maybe 20 years didn't even do that to Jermaine Franklin. And a 20 at that point 20-year-old kid came and smoked him. And in less than 7
But
rounds, bro, smoked him. And I think he could have stopped him earlier, but he smoked them, bro. It
but
was
my
not. It was nowhere near, bro. It was nowhere
My
near. I'm
question
sorry.
is, did they throw the AJ versus Fury fight away, or are they still making
Yeah,
that? Because AJ was on his pockets against a dude named Pringle,
right now
a
Pringle hit.
Lay's tip.
they're in arguments about the venue for the fight because AJ does not want it to be, and I heard Tyson Fury also does not want it to be in New York. I don't know why Netflix and Turkey are trying to push for this fight to be in New York. I don't
Cause
understand
they
it at
got the
all. It
money.
should be in Wembley.
Cause they
Because
got the
they know
money,
they're
Marky.
gonna sit. Because
Are
they
you
know the
kidding me? You
ticket
know how much
prices.
money you'll make putting this in Tottenham or Wembley Stadium?
Man, no, because they not paying the American dollar for this. The American people.
And secondly, you know that when these British fighters come stateside, they got to pay taxes on them. They got to pay like you remember how much? I think Anthony Joshua made 90 million against Jake Paul, and he had to pay 45 million to the U.S. government before he
Hmm.
left.
Hmm.
Hell no, I'm not fighting stateside.
I don't know, man.
It don't make no sense. And none of that. These are not two
Eddie said to
stateside
get it
fighters.
stateside, they're gonna have to renegotiate. So let's just see. They're gonna have to put some more
Yeah,
money up.
I'm over here eating like a fat ass
Niggas
buffalo,
took they took over
y'all.
50% of Anthony Joshua's purse.
Almost. About. Almost. Or is it? It is
Yeah, so
50%,
that's my
ain't it?
point. But again, back to Moses. I think it's over. It's over 50% Juan.
Yeah, it is. Oh, no.
Or no,
45% out of
it's just about 45 and 45. Yeah,
that's
45 and
90.
45 make 90.
That's
So
50.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I
that's
mean,
insane. But back to
still the
Moses
most,
back to
still
Moses
the most
Atoma.
money he's ever made, though. Yeah, technically too. You tell me what money he made that he made more money than that. What fight he made? Right. I'm waiting.
I think he made well over 70 with Usyk in the first and second fight. So he made 70 in the first and 70 in the second.
Hold on. Let me look this up. Go ahead, Marky. Say what you said.
Yeah, but my point is, Juan, I don't disagree with you. Hergovich has never seen a fighter with the style, the coordination, the slickness of a Moses Atoma, the counterpunching ability. But at the same time, Moses Atoma has never fought against a fighter on the level of a Hergovich. And again, I still have questions about the kid. We've never seen him get cracked in his jaw yet. We've never seen him have to take a deep breath or even go into the 6th, 7th rounds or 8th rounds where he's in there with a guy who's not going nowhere. So I got questions about the kid. I think he's going to win the fight, but still, I got to see it. You know what I'm saying? I remember it was a time when people were saying these exact same things about Jared Anderson. Like the meat munching and glazing people were doing for Jared Anderson at the time when he was like 13, 15, and 0 was insane. You had people saying, oh, give Jared Anderson 2 years. He gonna be able to beat Usyk. Nigga almost got, excuse me for cursing, but he almost got stopped by goddamn Charles Martin. So we need, and it was the first time he really got hit in his mouth. So
Okay, Marcus.
again,
So
I want to see these dudes go through a little bit
hold on, Marcus.
of straightening and seasoning before I put
All
my
right, Marcus.
stamp of approval.
So Anthony Joshua made roughly estimated total about 95 million across 2 fights. So he probably made 50 million each fight. Yeah, about no.
That's
Ooh,
good.
BS. BS. The first fight in London, he made 13.6 million, which is 10 million in US dollars.
That's
And then
insane.
yeah. And then in the second fight, he made 75 million. That was a for sure fight. Yeah, that's crazy. I think upwards
So,
after the whole percentage of the pay per view and everything, he made $119 million.
well, that second fight was a turkey fight, so I'm not surprised by that. Let me see. $10 million for Usyk for a Usyk versus Joshua fight. That's insane. But hey, that
That's
ain't
the
my
no,
money.
but
I know that.
that 10 million that was U.S. currency. That's not their currency. So in his currency, in the English currency, that would be 13.6.
Well, I'm just trying to make one. So God bless
Shit,
him.
not facts.
Listen,
That's a fact.
13.6 million is good money.
That's a
Great
that is
money.
good money. That's great money. That's a lot of people's best paydays.
Absolutely. Not only that, man, drop some gifts, drop some super chats. My guy B3 Picks. He's on what's it called? B3 Picks, the Make a Million campaign. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Do it for the boy. Get your memberships. Not only that, your boy Marky Dan, he got a kick page. You know what I'm saying? Come over to my kick. I drop the link to that, Y'all come over and give me some subs. You immediately monetized on me.
Can't do. Now don't be a Negro, be my nigga. All right, help me out.
I think it's like $6.95 to give me one sub. So go ahead, man. Come on over to the Democracy Briefings kick page and help your boy out. I
He
just
said what he
uh
said.
I just gifted D Free a sub last night.
He said what he said. Damn it.
Now hold on. To even watch your stream on Kick, do they have to be sub to you?
No, no, you don't have to be.
Oh,
You're
okay.
to follow me, to follow a person on Kick is free. But if you want to gift them a sub, like gifting somebody a
Oh,
sub
okay,
is
I got you.
essentially uh like a membership, but you can give a person multiple subs. So it's kind of like a gift too, in a sense.
Yeah, we got the same thing on TikTok and YouTube. So I'm with you.
Hmm.
Absolutely. So like I said,
Man,
I'll
oh
drop the
man.
link to that.
You're
But
honestly right. Real quick, and this is gonna be a stupid ass. I don't know. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's me. Maybe it was me watching
it
him fight.
probably is. It
This
probably is.
it probably was me watching him fight this past Saturday. It was probably me. But Hernandez to me is really not that good. Yo, I was watching him fight. I'm like I see what he was doing, and I was like, okay, he got some style, he got some flair to it, but it's just not good. I just don't see him being a world beater. I don't think he's a world beater. I think he's good. I think he's super decent, but I don't think he's what everybody's making him out to be. I just don't see it.
I never heard of the kid before this Saturday, but I thought it was a good, entertaining fight. I
Who?
wouldn't mind watching him
But
fight
Veron,
again. But
I
is he
watched,
going?
I
Is he
watched
going?
Veron fight homeboy. I think he fought Jordan White at 54, and he smoked Jordan, like smoked him. It wasn't even close. And I was like,
Yeah,
okay, Felix Veron. I seen him fight. I was like, okay, he can fight. So I'm sitting there surprised, and then I'm like, okay, he clipped him. And I think it was in the first round. He clipped him. And I was like, oh, he gonna get him out of there fast.
but you
But
got to
then Felix,
remember that Argentines, or however they say that, they're dark horses. They usually come out of nowhere.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Carlos
But
Monzon, one of
even
the greats, he
even
came out of nowhere.
but even
Maidana,
homeboy,
Brian
but even
Castano.
or even homeboy had trouble fighting homeboy Keon Davis. His last fight, he had trouble getting him out of there. And I was watching that fight this Sunday last night, and I was like, oh, you have So somebody that's a little bit more slick and that can punch a little bit, he's gonna
You
have
remember
a dreams and
that
nightmares. He gonna
Argentinian?
have Martinez.
No, that cat that Mario Barrios fought. That Barrios dropped, but then the dude proceeded to put hands on Mario Barrios for a little bit.
Who was it?
He was a
I forgot who it
Maidana fighter. He was really slick. I liked him and fast.
was. But that's what I'm saying though. Somebody that like that. Anybody that's really decent and they got a little decent of a punch and actually can move around the ring and is not afraid of homeboy. Dog, he's gonna have a long night because that style's not gonna subsidize him forever, bro. He's what? How old is he now?
Who, Hernandez?
Yeah,
The
how old
Haitian
is he?
Cuban?
Thought it was like
Yeah,
29, but let me check.
I've never heard. I've been living for a very long time. I've never heard of a born and bred Haitian Cuban. I've never heard of that in my entire life.
how old is he, Marky?
I
I
don't
mean,
know. I don't know. He probably,
P39.
might be like in his early 30s.
He's 29.
He's 20. Yeah, so that style's not gonna subsidize forever, bro. He can fight. Like he can fight. Like I seen what he was doing, and I see what he wanted to do. I I know what he wanted to do, that is nice. Like he can. I see what he wants to do, but it's not like you. And then on top of that, Veron's not a big puncher. He clipped him twice and wobbled him. I was like,
Mhm.
yo, dog, ain't no way. Somebody that has a punch, somebody
Right.
that can really actually punch, that's down. You going down, bro. You're going to take a nap or you're going to sit down for a little bit. Yeah, dog, he's not as good as I
They
think people
going they
give him
going
credit.
the Denzel Bentley route. He's gonna be the mandatory for the WBO for Denzel Bentley from the UK.
He beats
Can he
him,
can
but
he,
Denzel can very well clip him too, though. That's another thing because Denzel can punch. Denzel punch. He punch. That's not like an easy outing right there. He punch unless he got Denzel where it's like Denzel's on one of those modes that he don't want to come out and fight, bro. He don't have to buckle down and fight Denzel because Denzel's not gonna go out without a fight.
That is for certain. That is absolutely for certain.
I just hope that Denzel still making 160 well. They saying that Denzel Bentley gonna have possibly fight Liam Smith to defend his belt, and then he'll have to fight Yo Yo.
Yeah, my boy Xander going up to 160.
Xander need to fight Yo Yo.
Yeah, man.
No,
I think that can be a good fight for
I
him.
wouldn't mind seeing Xander versus Virgil Ortiz. The way how Virgil Ortiz was talking this last fight, and it just seemed like he continues to duck the boot smoke. I want to see Xander versus Virgil Ortiz.
He's stuck in that too, though.
You call this man a P word, but he had the nuts to do what you didn't do.
But he's gonna be dug in that fight too, though. He gonna be dug in that. He don't want to fight. He don't want to fight nobody with actual type of skill set. You seen what happened when he fought Baranchi. You seen what happened,
Absolutely.
and even then, everybody giving him praise for the Mardamov fight. But I think once it Mardamov hurt for most of that training camp, so he went into that fight hurt, so he wasn't even 100%. That wasn't even the Mardamov we seen against Crawford. So it's like,
And being honest, that was a
For the
pretty close
for the
fight for
record,
me.
you
I had
meant
it
a
7-5.
bullshit.
yeah,
But
Bocha, my
yeah,
fault.
I'm with you, man. Nah, Virgil almost lost the Boychuk. He could have very well lost that fight. I think
No, he
he
did
maybe
lose that
edged it.
fight. That was an absolute gift.
I gotta rewatch it, but
The
from
man
what I
Yeah,
dropped
remember,
him
yeah,
twice,
I'll say,
and they gave Virgil an eight.
yeah,
Both two judges gave him an 8-4 decision. Like, just no
okay,
way. There was not 8 rounds in that fight you could have gave to Virgil Ortiz. At best, it
okay.
was a 6-6 fight in which Boachuk should have won with the 2 knockdowns.
Yeah, yeah, because if you do the math to it, yeah, you're right.
They
Yeah, if you do the
specifically
math to it,
gave
you're
him
right.
8-4 to negate the 2 knockdowns.
It's tough.
man. Listen, shout out to FaZe, the good brother in here, T Mac. I see y'all.
Need to breathe out. Yo, hey, yo, what? What? Wait, what? Repeat that again, sir, or say it in
What?
terms
What
I
happened?
can understand. Read what Phase just wrote.
FaZe the Great said Xander need to breathe on. Whoa.
Pause, right? That's what I'm saying. Pause. Hold on.
He's he mean cook him. I got you, Faith. Uh,
I've
I
never
got
heard
Zane.
that
I got
before. I've
Zane the
never heard that
boxing.
said like that.
Yeah, I've never heard that before. That's actually a new term to me right there. That's actually dope. All right, that's that West Coast slang.
Did y'all watch the Aiden Ross brand risk card this weekend?
Nah,
Uh,
I ain't
Man,
watching
I
that.
ain't
I'm
gonna
watching
lie.
that.
I'm gonna start watching them shits more. That was more entertaining than the Rolly card. Just being honest, you
Yeah,
had
that card was terrible.
nah, the Israel
And
Mercado versus Carlos Altria fight was good.
I didn't
no,
watch
like
that.
the
I heard that
Mercado.
fight
Verdun.
was good.
I didn't think it was like it was a bad card, but I'm just saying the brand risk card that provided more entertainment to me. Like you
You
had
know,
one of the island boys got beat up by a little person by a dwarf. That
oh
I
shit.
was dying. That was one of the craziest things I've ever seen. This dude, this little person, the gloves were literally tied all the way up to his elbows, and he just proceeded to put hands on the island boy.
Yeah, it's sad. You can tell they can't
Then you
fight
had
though.
no, that dude can't fight. That dude is 115 pounds soaking wet, and he's a grown man, almost
Yeah,
30 years old.
I can't be no grown man weighing that much. That's crazy.
I mean, Jesus Christ! I know teenage girls that weigh more than that. Uh, then what was the next fight? They had Julian Newman.
Oh yeah, I
Uh,
seen that. I seen that. I seen clips of that. I ain't see all
bro,
of
the
it. I seen clips
whole
of it.
Isn't
build
hold
up to
on?
that
Isn't
fight was
Inoue
crazy.
30 and weigh 130 pounds? Man, knock it off, man.
Who?
Yeah, but anyway, is a tiny guy though. He's actually a tiny guy.
Yeah,
The
he's
island
five
boy,
foot
he's like
five.
5'11". He like the island boy's like 5'11" or
Them
something. Like
little
6 foot.
island boys ain't no 5'11", 6 foot, man. Come on.
No,
I
they're pretty
swear that
tall. They're pretty tall.
they're tall,
Hell
bro.
no.
They
Them little
them
boys?
kids is tall. Yeah, them
Maybe
kids is tall, boy.
maybe they
Them
grew.
kids is
I ain't seen them in some years. I don't be checking for them like
They're a
that.
couple of
nah.
fruitcakes.
Yeah, they fruitcakes.
Okay. Well, I prayers to him. But let me say this. Let's get back on track. Marky likes to bring up goofball topics, Aiden Ross streams and non.
I'm just saying that's more entertaining. I'm gonna
We
watch
talking.
those more.
This is Four Kings. So you mean to tell me seeing Tio have to fight through his scar tissue getting busted open and
That's gonna
bleeding
happen a lot
everywhere?
though to him though too. That's gonna
But the
happen a lot.
fact that he got hurt and almost got stopped, that that was
That was
crazy.
crazy. That was crazy. 'Cause I
That
thought he was gonna go to
that
sleep.
was lit.
I
That
for
was
sure
alright.
thought he was gonna go to sleep there. I was like,
Oh
oh, he
yeah,
gonna sleep. I was like,
yeah.
just go to sleep.
I was like, Rolly about to stop him. No.
But then but he did good though. Like
You heard what the brother.
besides that hiccup, he did good though. Like fought on the front foot. The game plan that they had for Rolly, like go to the body early, that was a perfect game plan. Like as much as people want to be like, oh, he got cut. He got caught. It happened. You get caught. It's boxing. You're gonna get cut. You're gonna get punched in your mouth. You're gonna get punched in your nose. You're gonna get punched in your eye socket. It don't matter. You're gonna get punched no matter what. You can be as a great a defensive fighter as you can. You're still gonna get hit. It don't matter. But you're still gonna get hit. He did good though. He literally dominated. I gave Rolly maybe that one round. Gave him that one round because of that. That was the only reason why I gave the round because I think prior to that he was getting smoked that round too. So I was like, all right, bro. He literally got washed. He got gentleman swept, bro. He literally got gentleman swept. I gave him a round. There you go. There you go. That's that round. And for him saying that,
You are on Schedule One narcotics.
nah, bro, he got one round. I will sit down with you any time of the day, Marky. Anytime you want to, and we can rewatch that fight.
We could do it
He
on
got.
no. We could do it on Just Gas One. We could have a rewatch stream.
We can do whatever you want, but I promise you, he got one round. One round. I gave him
Okay,
one round.
I
That
done
was that
heard
fifth
about
round.
I done heard about people taking like boiling the green banana skin, cutting out the actual meat, then taking the green banana skin to use it to put the narcotics in there and smoke it. But I didn't think that was you. I didn't think
Hold on.
that's what you was
Hold
doing
on.
just
Hold on.
as one.
Ask D Free how many rounds he gave Rolly.
And D Free don't agree on nothing.
B3, how many rounds you gave Rolly? Don't lie. Don't lie.
In that fight,
3 rounds. 3 rounds. That's way too much. That's way too much, teammate. I'm sorry. That's way
nah,
too
maybe
much.
he won 5, maybe he won 8. I mean, yeah, like
No,
maybe 2 or 3 rounds.
no, that's crazy. No, crazy.
At
No,
least 2.
hell no. Hell no.
Man,
Hell
Tio
no.
was hurt. Tio didn't do no
Hell.
virtuoso performance.
No, he ain't doing no
Rolly
virtual
just
support. No, listen.
Rolly ass was just boxing, and really, we already know that he comes in with limitations.
And I'm
He's
not.
not on Tio's level.
I'm not saying that. And I'm not saying that. I'm agreeing with what you're saying. He's not a virtuoso. But you fought the man's fight. Literally, you fought his fight. You caught him once, and then once at the end of a round, which, mind you, it doesn't not count. It does not count after that bell ring. That does not count. You literally won 1 round to me. You won one
Hold on,
round,
when he
and
cracked it, hold on, he cracked him with that left and stunned him. You mean to tell me that ain't count?
bro, he won. He cracked him at the end of the round.
All
The
right, then
bell
that
rang.
fight landed. We got
That
to
was it.
give him that.
That was the
Hell
hold
no.
on.
Hell
That
no.
was the
Hell
fourth
I
no.
round.
mean,
Hold on, hold on, hold on.
he hurt
The
him.
4th round when he cracked him with that, when he clipped him with that left, had him off balance, and was catching him with a lot of jabs, and I think he caught him with a right hand, at least to the body. Tio
Even
wasn't
Free
doing
said
nothing.
3 to
Tio was
4.
just
Hell,
fencing with his
hell,
jab. You
hell,
telling me that's the round
hell,
that could have went to
hell,
Rolly?
hell no, man. He got sweat.
Man, get
He
out of
got
here.
gentleman sweat, bro. That's what happened. And I don't know
Hold on. A
a
gentleman
gentleman
sweep is
sweeping.
4-1 in basketball. So what you saying is
He
4-1.
got he got one
That's
round out of
9-3.
12, bro. Hell no. Hell, you gave
25%.
him 3 rounds? You gave him B3.
Yeah, 75% to 20. Yes, 25%.
Bradley,
Yeah,
Bradley,
25%.
because now he got me doing the marquee. Bradley, are you
Man, hold on.
serious?
Let's bring in Free on it then, since you saying that it was no way. Free said 3 to 4. Talk to us, Free. How many rounds did you give Rolly?
Yeah, Officer
I
Frilio.
gave I gave Rolly 3 rounds, and that was because 2 of those rounds were swing rounds, and I get that to the champion.
Yeah. Okay.
See? See? One
Only
round,
But
there was
hold
only
on. The
there
way
was
But
only
Marky
that's
was
more
calling
than
the
what
fight,
you got,
Marky was
Wall. What you
calling the
mean,
fight like
see?
Rolly,
What do you mean,
and
there
then
was
see?
only one there was only one
Listen to
round that
what.
Rolly clearly won. It was only
Yeah,
one round that he
exactly.
clearly won.
Exactly.
okay.
Thank you.
I
Bro, he
don't
won
disagree with
one
that.
round, bro.
Yeah.
Hell no, bro. Listen, he won one round. Tell me what other round that he looked that good. Tell me, and I will sit here and say you're lying to your face, bro.
I would
We
say
can't
round
act like
4.
Tio look good every round. He just so what? Why does he getting the just do or the benefit of the doubt? That's what Rolly is
A
saying. Like,
gentleman sweep to me, B3, is what Shakur did to Tio. That's a gentleman sweep.
No,
Where
that's a sweep.
that's it.
That's a sweep.
no,
That's
I thought
getting
the
the
eighth
hell out of there.
round, I thought the 8th round you could have gave the Tio in that fight because Shakur didn't really do nothing in that round. He was just moving his shoulders.
No, no.
You could have gave Rolly the 8th round in the Tio fight.
Yeah, so the 4th round where he caught Tio and knocked him off balance, then the 5th round where he actually had him hurt, and then the
It
eighth
was
round.
round 5, T Mac. Oh yeah, and they said round 11 was Rolly's.
I
Yeah,
thought 11
Rolly.
exactly that one too. I had that on my scorecard as well.
All right. Well, I gotta rewatch this, because
You gotta
You
watch it
stopped.
high.
Yeah, Juan and fell asleep on the fight. He said he stopped.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. That's what Juan said, didn't he?
I tried to,
Juan
yo,
said he
listen,
turned it
I
off
turned it
after
off.
round 8. How you gonna
Yo,
man?
hold
You
on. I
crazy, Juan.
walked in and
You
I
are
said, it's a
crazy.
glorified special. It's a
You
glorified
are
sparring session.
crazy, Juan.
Glorified
I
sparring
can't believe
session.
we even went through that
Your
whole
Glor-
thing,
credibility
Juan.
is
a
shot.
Juan
glorified
and fell.
sparring session.
Juan.
Your credibility is shot,
Juan
Juan.
didn't
Glorified
even
sparring session.
watch
I
the
turned
fight.
it off. I was like, man,
Juan,
I'm turning this shit
Juan
off, man. Why do I gotta watch this?
Juan
This
Man,
didn't
way,
we
even
I
watch
caught
the
wanna
you.
watch
fight.
me
We
spar.
caught you, Green Banana Boy. Yeah.
First of all, I'd rather watch me spar, and I haven't sparred in years. I want to
But
watch
how
me
you gonna
spar.
sit up
He said
here
that
and
fight was
judge the fight?
trash.
That fight was trash. It's
Crazy.
trash, bro. Literally, I kept seeing the same thing, bro. Rolly did not know what to do. Tio came to the front foot, literally started throwing to the body. Tio was like, "What the hell is this?" He's never he just doesn't know how to do that.
Man,
The only
all I
and
know
listen,
is Juan, we just caught you in a goddamn lie. That's all I know.
listen. All right, hold on. So because he won the 10th, so he won the 9th, he won the 10th. Y'all gave him the 11th, and then I'm pretty sure y'all gave him the 12th. So how many rounds is that? One more round. Okay, my fault. 10-2. I'm sorry. That's such a big turnaround. I'm completely sorry.
I also gave him the fourth and the eighth.
All right.
Just as one.
And you need smoking crack cocaine. You need to go to
I
sleep
mean, you
somewhere.
were probably smoking that for those formaldehyde blunts. That's probably what had you falling asleep on the fight.
Bro,
Respectfully.
you still out here smoking swishers. I know you ain't talking about me. Out here smoking swishers. Y'all nasty. You
Just
nasty,
as
buddy.
one was just discredited.
Yeah, all right. Yo, he's not that good, bro. I'm sorry, y'all giving him 4 rounds. I see whole dude giving him for that. That's crazy. Yeah, nah, hell no. Y'all
I
bugged
think
out.
a lot of people giving Rolly rounds because they don't like Tio instead of them just being
Hmm.
open minded about the fight and
Man, I
saying,
can't
hey,
hear nothing.
Rolly really didn't do nothing.
Yeah, go out and come back in, Mark.
Yeah, I ain't give him no rounds, bro. I
I
literally
hear
gave
you,
him that
Free.
fifth
That
round.
Free, you was cooking.
I
Yeah,
gave
no,
him the fifth round,
I
but
just
even
feel he didn't
I
really Rolly didn't do much. He was
He didn't.
trying
He
to
didn't. It was trash.
imitate what Shakur Stevenson did, and he thought maybe if he fight like Shakur Stevenson, he could win the fight. But the problem was Shakur was putting hands and feet on Theo. Rolly
Yes.
wasn't. I don't know what Rolly was thinking about in that fight. I don't know if he was scared or if he just thought that was going to win him the fight because he literally thought that he did something.
if he had fought in spurts, honestly, if he had fought in spurts and was just like, all right, let me fight in spurts and catch him in between shots, because he was gonna catch him no matter what. There was a round where he caught him that where Tio jumped in with a jab and he caught him with a jab. He caught him like with his right hand or something like. Where if you can catch him doing that, there more, I would have been like, all right, bro. I could see where I can give you rounds, but you wasn't even doing that, bro. You was literally sitting back, throwing a jab here and there, walking around the wing, and Tio was just peppering you with jabs to the body, little right hooks to the body. He wasn't doing much. He wasn't
Man,
really. They both wasn't doing much. He both wasn't
B
doing much. But just Tio just did more inactivity. I'm sorry, bro.
man,
I
B
don't
three
listen, man.
picks.
Listen, I don't do
B
that. I don't give you rounds because you're looking
Yeah,
pretty.
I'm here.
No, that's weird, bro. I don't
Man,
do
B
that.
three
That's
picks.
weirdness.
You know what happened in court. You know what happens in court when you catch a witness in a lie. You discredit everything they say after that. I don't want to hear nothing from this guy. Just as one.
No, Juan.
Man, I don't
Seriously
want
though,
to hear.
how much of the fight did you actually watch?
I watched probably up to the ninth round and I turned it off. I was like, yeah,
Man, he
this is
said
a
the
sponsor.
eighth
Okay.
I
round. Now it's
literally
the
turned it
ninth
off because it
round.
was a sponsor. No, I gave it to the ninth round. I was like, yeah, I gave it to the
Hey, let me
sponsor. I
ask you
really was
this,
like, all
Free.
right,
Let me
this
bring you in, Free.
What's
What's your
up?
thoughts on T.O. saying that he wants to save Devin for last and he feels like that should be for Undisputed? Are you buying into that? Do you believe that he can make it through Orion to get to a Devin fight?
I think
no, because
I think
Ryan's fighting Devin.
I don't think he make it. I don't think he make it past Ryan, but I think he's saying that because him making a Devin Haney fight is going to be a lot harder than him making Ryan and him making Liam Powell. Those fights will be easier to make than him versus Devin. We didn't already see Devin go through 6 negotiations this year, and he ain't make a fight yet. So it's going to be difficult for him to get a fight. And we got to look at it, the simple fact that Theo has a promotional deal. He doesn't have an employee deal. He's not a fighter. He's a promoter that fight. He actually has a promotional deal with the zone. So they're going to have to come to the table with the legitimate numbers for Theo to get in the ring because he has a guarantee that he gets from the zone. Whatever that contract was, he has a guarantee that he get from the zone. So they're going to have to come to the table with some legit numbers.
Man, shout out to T Mac. Appreciate you, Free. Shout out to T Mac putting some color in the chat, blessing the platform. That's gonna help the platform grow. Appreciate you, T Mac. We need that on the show. Yeah, he said supporting the bro. Appreciate you, family. Yeah, we need that. To show up, to continue to build, continue to have these great conversations. We need people putting color in the chat, supporting the platform. Let me ask you this, Free. Like, where does Tio go from here? Does he? Because Catterall said he's in position. Brian Norman Jr. just asked for the fight, called for the fight. Is Teal gonna have to fight Catterall next?
The
That
only way he would have to fight
ain't
Catterall
that the
next if
mandatory?
they
Yeah.
mandate that fight.
That's it. I think so. Yeah, then he has to.
Oh, he the super champion, so they cannot mandate him, correct?
No,
No, they
I think.
can because Jack Catterall is the WBA quote unquote regular title. If they want to
Yes.
consolidate those titles, they can mandate that fight.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
it. That's like a mandatory. It's like a
Yeah.
mandatory title.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, they can't mandate him to fight anybody else. Technically, they can't mandate him to fight anybody else. That's what Jack Catterall is the champion for. He fights all of the mandatories, but they can mandate Jack Catterall and Theo.
Yeah, I could see them doing that too. Who do you favor in that fight right now, Catterall versus Tio?
Theo.
Uh, it's a 50-50 fight. I would lean. It's hard to say. It's hard to say because when Theo fight guys like Jack Catterall, he don't look he don't look good. I mean,
Yeah,
look at the
I think
Sandor Martin fight. Look at the
exactly.
Steve Claggett fight. He don't look good in those fights.
Jack Catterall is a slick southpaw, a
Yeah.
guy who can counterpunch, a guy who can move laterally. He struggles, and oftentimes he actually loses to those type of guys. Like D. Frilio just mentioned, I thought Theo got outclassed against Sandor Martin. I thought that was one of the biggest robberies I've ever seen. Where I thought Sandor Martin won 8 out of the 10 rounds, and he dropped Theo twice. We
Right.
saw it against Shakur Stevenson. We saw it against Jermaine Ortiz, where a lot of people thought Jermaine Ortiz won that fight.
Uh-uh.
So yeah, I think Santa Martin is gonna beat Tio. Or not Santa Martin. Jack Catterall. I think he'll beat Tio.
I mean, it's hard to say because Jack Catterall lost to Ern Barbosa. We
Arnold
saw what
Barboza.
Arnold Barbosa. We saw what Theo did to him. So it's hard to
Well,
say
I
because
didn't see. I
It's
didn't
I
watch
don't
that
I
fight.
don't
I
I
would
don't I,
I would favor it more towards Theo because Theo athletically is a little bit more better than him. Catterall had that's what like his difficulty is when he fights somebody that's a little more athletic than him. So that's the stylistic matchup. It is a very hard stylistic matchup for both of those fighters, but I think because Theo has the athletic, you know, advantage against him, I think Teal probably beats him. Again, it's not, by a large amount, but he'll beat him.
You
yeah
want to put a friend? You
I
want
mean
to put a friendly 50 on that? Just as well.
It don't
Just a
matter if you
friendly.
want, because
All
if
right,
you
that's a
hold me
friendly
at
50 right
50,
there.
you know I'm hunting you down.
hold
That's a
on. So
friendly 50
what?
right there.
So what did y'all put the 50 on for the
If
Jack
Jack
record?
Catterall
Catterall
versus
fights
Tio.
Teal,
Oh, just for them to make the fight.
No,
yeah,
no, no,
no,
no,
no,
no. For the fight itself.
yeah, for the fight itself.
You got Tio on.
Yeah, I got Teal.
yeah hey T-Mac,
Mm.
I don't know if Barbosa's a better come forward fighter than Theo because Barbosa didn't look good coming forward against Theo. He didn't look good. And when Theo started coming forward on Barbosa, he had his way with Barbosa. But I don't know if
Mm-hmm.
he's a better come forward fighter than Theo.
And when Teal's on, Teal's on. So that's a different. I don't see him losing to a lot of dudes. Like he's gonna lose to the Ryans, to the Devins. He'll lose to those
Catterall is gonna
dudes.
beat him
He
up,
ain't gonna
man.
You're
lose. He
gonna
ain't gonna lose a lot
lose that friendly
to these other
50.
dudes.
What I
He ain't
will
losing
say
to these.
is all of those guys at 47, every last one of the champions at 47 are beatable. None of those guys is invincible. I I
Yeah.
I, I look at 47 right now. When we look at all of the glamour divisions, 47 is probably the weakest one out of all of them. There's not a lot of talent at 47 right now.
Hold on. You gonna say that free with Devin, Ryan,
I don't care about none of
Pardo?
that. I don't care
You
about
got
none of that.
Keyshawn. You got Delonte Johnson.
You
I
What
got
about
mean, you got
Shakur trying to move
Catterall and
into
Pardo.
144.
okay? What about those that says they're better that they're better talent at 47 than at 35? Better talent at 47 than 175. Better talent at 47 than 168. Better talent at 147 than 126. There's not better talent there.
But you said it's the weakest division by you think it's
I
weaker
said the
than
I said
135?
I said the
No.
weakest. I said it's the weakest division out of all of the glamour divisions.
Right. Exactly. So that's why I was saying you think it's weaker than 135?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
You think it's weak? You think it's weak? Yeah, somebody got
Hold on,
some
we
bad
got
static.
yeah, it's a bad echo. Okay, Juan,
You
appreciate
think
you.
it's weaker than 160?
Yes.
No, I think 160 is the weakest, but you're entitled to
No.
your opinion, free.
I mean, you can look at the guys that's at 160. There's better talent there.
Ooh, Yo Yo. So you high on Yo
You got
Yo?
yeah, I'm high on Yo Yo. Yo Yo only got 11 fights, and you're talking about Yo Yo in the
29
upper.
for
He only got 11 fights, and you talking about Yo Yo at in the upper echelons of talent at 160.
that's because it's a weak
So you,
division.
so
No, that's because
Denzel
of his
Bentley,
talent. It ain't got nothing to do with the
Denzel
division.
Bentley is champion right now.
Yeah, Bentley is
Aaron
champion.
McKenna. I ain't never
McKenna
seen
is
that dude
champion.
fight. I ain't gonna say he trash, but
Yeah,
I ain't
man.
never.
He got like 18 fights. McKenna ain't
McKenna,
got no
McKenna
fights.
is a champion. McKenna, you can put him. He's better than Tio.
You think he better than Dev? Hmm?
McKenna is
Okay,
better
I
than
mean
Tio.
if we just comparing
McKenna's
weakest
better
champion to
than
weakest champion, I guess.
Tio.
Yeah, I know what I'm gonna get
He never
with
did
McKenna.
nothing in the sport.
I know what I'm gonna get with McKenna. I don't know what I'm gonna get with Tio. So I can count on McKenna to give me exactly what he's gonna do every single fight. He's gonna do the exact same thing every fight.
Let's see.
Tio, you don't know what he's gonna do. You don't know if he's gonna come to fight or if he's gonna come and play around. You don't know. You can't bet on Tio.
McKenna. McKenna best win is Liam Smith, an old
And you
Liam
got
Smith.
you got Laura there. Laura better than everybody at 47
But when was the last? When was the last time Lara fought though?
last year.
He ain't fighting nobody. He fighting dudes like what's my guy name from Ireland?
It's not
Like
he
he
fought
fought
last year.
Danny Garcia. He pulled Danny up from 140. You know,
He
he
ain't
not
pull Danny up for no. He ain't pull
he
Danny up for
eating
no
they
140.
feeding Laura baby
He did
food
not
right
pull.
now.
He did
154.
not pull Danny up from
154.
no
Free, we can't
140.
hear you, Free. Can you hear Free, Mark?
I can hear. I can hear free. It
Oh,
was
let me go out.
154.
He did not pull no Danny up from no 140. Somebody gonna sit here and blatantly lie like that. Danny Garcia was fighting at 54 before he fought Laura.
Yeah, but he fought. What did he fought? He fought. What was it? Jose Benavidez. Or, to me, a shot Jose Benavidez. Who the
Jose
best
Benavidez.
move?
Jose
The best
Benavidez fought.
move Jose Benavidez had in his arsenal was to literally just pound his hips and say, "Come on
Then
and fight."
Jose Benavidez fought Jamar Charlo at 68,
And when was that fight?
like last year or the year before. It was like last year or the year before.
And he didn't really do nothing with Jamal. That wasn't no good fight. That was
I'm not
pretty one
saying that.
side, wasn't it?
No, I'm not saying it was a good fight. Y'all saying Laura fought Jose Benavidez like he didn't fight somebody else at 68.
That is
No,
actually
I'm
hilarious.
saying
Nah,
Danny
Laura didn't
Garcia. I'm
fight
talking about who
Jose.
Danny
Nah, he
Garcia fought
fought
at
Danny.
154.
He
That's what
pulled
I'm
up
saying.
Danny. T
And he
Mac
did
said
not pull
Laura
up
being
Danny.
fed.
He did
Laura
not pull
being
up
fed
Danny.
ice chips.
No. What I'm saying is, what was Danny
You talking
Garcia
about
Listen,
doing
they
before the
melt. They
Lara
get in
fight?
there
He
just
wasn't doing
melt. They
nothing.
look. Them boys getting in there with
Why are you
Laura
sitting
just
there
melting
blatantly
away.
lying like that? Why are you blatantly lying? Danny was fighting at 54 before he fought Laura. Danny came
Who'd he
back.
fight?
It doesn't matter.
At
Danny came.
54, so it's 54-60?
No, Danny
Or is that a high? Or
retired.
is that a is that a
Hold
higher
on.
weight?
Danny
So at the
retired.
end of the day, he pulled him up. If he fighting
Danny
at 54 and they fall for the title at 60, he
Danny
pulled him up. I
retired.
mean, what do you want to say? He
He didn't
wasn't
pull him up.
campaigning at 60 and then fall for the title.
You must can't hear me.
It was just a quick money fight for Laura.
I don't know what's going on. I had to go and come back. Can you hear D Free B3 picks?
Oh no,
I
I
can.
can't hear free. Hold on.
I was about
That's
to say he must
crazy.
can't hear me.
B3 picks came back in. I couldn't hear him. Now I come back. He can't hear D Free. It's crazy.
Hold on. Yeah, shout out.
That man Danny retired and came back at 60. Laura didn't ask for Danny. That's what Danny asked for.
Yeah, but that I'm the but that's kind of what we're saying when we talk about weak divisions. Like if that's what Arislandi Lara has been doing in the past couple of years.
Danny's Danny is better than everybody that's at 47 right now.
When he was when he was old and at 160.
Danny better than everybody at 47 right now.
You crazy free.
You crazy.
Devin
Oh.
Haney would play with Danny Garcia like a doll.
I got Danny over everybody at 47.
Hey, shout out to Bruce Gas pulling up.
He said what he said. Damn it, that's all he
Yeah,
said.
shout out to Bruce Gas.
Man, Daddy will get his ass smoked by Devin Haney, man.
He said what he
He
said, and
gotta
that's
knock
it.
it off.
Devin Haney
But
hasn't smoked anybody that he smoked. He hasn't
listen.
smoked anybody. He won, but he hasn't smoked anybody.
Shout out to the best network in boxing, the Sports Talk Network, the People's Network. Can hold on, did my phone go out again? I can't hear you, free. Hold on, let me see. Dang.
I don't know what's going on with StreamYard. This is pretty crazy.
Yeah, StreamYard is some that. You can hear me, Mark?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You
Okay.
choppy.
You said I'm choppy, but you in the Virgin Islands. Free said he can hear me. Ryan Anthony said then he get smoked by Devin.
Y'all tell
Uh
me who y'all seen Devin Haney smoke.
Brian Norman Jr.,
He
Regis,
ain't he didn't smoke Brian Norman Jr. He dropped him. He ain't
Jose
smoke.
Ramirez.
He didn't smoke Jose Ramirez.
I was like 11-1.
He didn't smoke him. When I'm saying smoke, I mean you going out there and you beating him up, not you running
That
around
was a
and you
that's a but
put him.
Jose Ramirez is a different style though. For Danny gonna be right there. As long as
Jose
Devin don't
Ramirez was right there. Jose Ramirez didn't move nowhere.
no, but he was pressuring him. That's a
That
different
Jose
might be
style.
Ramirez.
hilarious.
Jose
Did you forget?
Ramirez is a pressure fighter.
Hold on. Did you forget that they reset the record for the lowest punch output? I know. Get over this. They reset the record for the lowest punch output.
What does that have to do with Jose and Danny having two different styles?
He
Yeah, Danny
wasn't doing
Garcia.
anything.
Danny Garcia is a mid-range counterpuncher. Jose Ramirez is a front foot pressure fighter.
The
Those are two
last
different
time,
styles.
hold on. The last time that you seen Jose Ramirez in the ring, tell me what did he do?
Follow, walk into
Exactly.
punches.
He followed. He didn't do anything, and he still didn't smoke Jose Ramirez. He didn't do anything. Jose
Hey, yo, real
Ramirez
quick.
threw like 55 punches.
Hey, yo, real quick question though, because I heard this on Saturday and I wasn't sure if it's true or not. Did Gary Russell retire?
Who?
Gary Russell, Jr.
I didn't see it.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, because one of the announcers said that he was retired. I was like, huh, wait, hold on, what?
I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if he was. I think he should invest himself fully into being a trainer at this point in his life and career.
Yeah, he got two champs now.
Y'all sitting here talking about different styles, and we ain't talking about the styles. We're talking about the punch output. That man ain't do nothing, and he still didn't
Man,
smoke.
Yeah,
Danny,
but
Danny hands will
hold
be in
on,
his
hold on,
pocket
hold on,
with
hold on,
Devin.
hold on, hold on, hold on.
Devin would tattoo Danny ass up.
No, at the end of the
I
day,
got a
Danny, if
rebuttal to that.
anybody is flat footed, it's Danny.
I
like
got
I
a
said,
rebuttal to that. Yeah, I was about to say he's flat footed, and then also you have to be in range for him to catch you. Danny's not like incredible at finding his range. We seen that with like dudes like Amir before he caught Amir, and dudes like Lara obviously just now. He's not great, bro. He's really not that good at like catching you or being something like, he's gonna find you with a certain
that
punch or
that
he's gonna be front footed. He's not that. He's very good at counter punching and he's very good at timing his shot and timing a very good shot to catch you
I
or
didn't.
put you out. But
I'm not
again,
talking
he's
about that.
proven that against again, again, again. He did that with Thurman. He did that with
The
Mir.
whole
He did
reason
that
this
with
we
Lara.
hold
He
the
did
whole
that.
reason we got into this one was we were talking about the 160 weight class. Right now, Shane Mosley is top five at 160. That
Shane
goes to
Mosley.
show you that
That's all you need. That's all you
that's
need to
not
say.
top.
Shane
That's all
Mosley
you need to
got
say.
That's
Guy
He's
all.
got
sucks.
outclassed by
Shane
60.
Mosley. Shane Mosley got more heart than 95% of the
It's,
guys
I
at
mean, hard.
47.
Oh,
I
now we
mean,
measuring hard. Okay. All right. All right, brother.
He got more
we
heart than
just see
95%.
we just see Tio
Oh,
get
so
beat
he got more.
dead, come back, fight with his eye falling out, and now we talking about
We
heart, man.
saw Devin Haney get dropped 3, 4 times and kept fighting.
What that got to do with anything?
We talk about heart.
No, did you not hear what I said? See, y'all be talking and y'all don't listen. I
Yeah,
said
I know.
he
I
got.
heard you.
I
You put
said
up qualifier talking about
stop,
95% of
talking so
fighters.
you can hear. Stop talking so you can hear. Then you can speak after I finish
You're not
because
saying nothing.
You obviously didn't hear what I said. I said he has more heart than 95%. If you saying Devin Haney got heart, then he's in the 5%.
All right, Free.
Mm,
Y'all be just talking.
mm. Cook.
Yeah,
Free said he's cooking with grease.
skill for skill is just more skill at 147 right now. It's just that simple. I mean, it's
Yeah.
a way different weight class.
I mean,
147 is
if
just
we
a
if
weak class.
Hey, hold on, Juan. What's your thoughts on Yo Hernandez? Is he that guy?
he sucks, he sucks. Not sucks. He's just not as good as everybody thinks he is. He doesn't suck. I
Mm.
lied. He just not as
Mm.
good as everybody thinks he is. He's not. He's gonna
Mm.
get beat. He's
What
definitely
was
gonna
your
get beat.
thoughts when Barone hit him with that hook? What was your thoughts?
I was like, you got hurt by somebody that doesn't punch? Oh, girl.
He didn't get hurt. He
You
He
didn't
got
get
said,
hurt.
hurt.
girl, what? What the
He
hell?
got knocked off balance. He did not get hurt. He got knocked off balance.
Now you know who beats him? If he stays at the weight, Carlos beats him. I don't think Lara beats him right now. He beats
Mm.
McKenna. He beats Bentley.
He's not gonna fight Laura, but he's the mandatory to fight Denzel Bentley.
Yeah, but he right now because of the division being so weak. I'm not gonna agree with the guys here. Free, I usually do agree with you, but the division is probably at its weakest. Like 160 is really probably at its weakest at a very long time.
But
Because when you look at it, at your top 10, you have Carlos, you have Lara, 40-something-year-old Lara. You have Jesus Ramos. You have Conor Ben for some weird reason. You have Yo-Yo. You have Chris Eubanks still for some weird reason. You have somebody named something.
bunch
I'm
of
not even
washed
trying to.
up boys.
Tim Zoo, Aaron McKenna, and Israel Madrimov. I'm sorry, dog.
Don't forget Jamel
There's
Charlo, a
and
guy who ain't
there's
fought
no
in 3 years.
there's no way that whole division is as good as 147. When at 147, you still have Devin, you still have Ryan, you still have really good dudes at that
Not good.
division.
Ryan is not good.
Again, but he's a
Yeah.
champion, and he probably
Oh,
putting a lot of dudes to sleep. He's
so
not.
now
It's not like he's
now
gonna
y'all
lose to
want
a
to.
lot of guys.
But hold on. Because when y'all said McKinnon ain't good, but he's a champion too.
At least, hold on. He
I
won't.
didn't say he wasn't good. I just
He
said I
ne-
don't
he
know him.
hasn't. But
Y'all can't
McKenna
have
never
it
beat a
both ways.
champ. Ryan
Y'all
actually
can't
took
have
the
it both
belt off a
ways.
champ.
Y'all can't have it both ways.
But didn't McKenna
He's a champion as well.
I mean, listen.
Didn't McKenna get the belt off an email? Ryan went and
He
took it.
nah he nah he won his fight for the title, but he won it versus Ilsa or something like that. The
Yeah, but
guy
I don't even want to
and
hear it.
Nosa, he was never champ. They fought
I
for a
mean,
basic.
listen. If Di Furlio wants 160 to be the second to last strongest glamour division in boxing, I'll let him have that. I'll let him have that. He can have it. It's okay.
Listen, shout out to one. I mean, what's up with 135? Is 135 is deep? Let's break down 135.
I
We already see
mean,
one.
you
We already
got
broke down
Abdullah,
160.
you
160
got
is not deep.
About something
Murataya,
too.
you
I just
got
thought
Willie
about something too.
Zepeda.
Y'all forgot Tim Zoo and Jamel Charlo was at 160 as well.
Yeah, but that's past
That
their
ain't nothing.
primes. Because you look at 147. Free, you gotta look at it. Devin Haney, Brian Newman, Ryan
Okay,
Garcia,
who y'all?
Liam Power. Hold on, Liam Power.
Which one of those guys y'all got beating Jamel Charlo and
Listen.
Tim
I'm
Zoo?
saying Liam Power, Richardson Hitchens, Lewis Crocker, Jack Catterall. You got still Jen Sasaki. You still have Kyle
Hold on.
Carriel. You have
You
Alexis
said
Rocha that's still somehow, I don't know how. You have a
no.
whole bunch of dudes in this division, bro.
You talking about Liam Power that got beat by daggone Richardson Hitchens?
Man, it don't matter. It
We
don't matter.
don't.
He's still
You
in the
can
top
go.
10.
So you
And
can go. Devin, Tio, Keyshawn. Those three. I mean, that outweighs 160. We can go to pretty much all the other weight classes you want to. 126. I mean, everybody like
Don't
Espinoza.
forget the up and
I
coming
mean,
contenders: Tiger Johnson, Rohan Polanco,
That
Keyshawn
Norman
Davis.
division is
Jr.,
elite,
former
dog.
champ.
Huh?
There you
Norman
go.
Jr. Norman Jr. is not anything over no daggone yo-yo. He's not. He's
I'm
not
not
anything
saying.
over
I'm
Yo.
yo-yo.
not. We're not saying. I'm definitely
And
not
Yo
saying that.
Yo
I'm
get
saying.
knocked out of the year before we start saying he better than Brian Norman Jr. At least he
Yeah.
need to do that, let
No,
alone
we're,
win a
but we're
Can
not.
championship.
he
We're not
wipe
gonna.
a
No,
dude's
we're not gonna.
memory from the past 6 weeks clean? Can he do that?
We're
Can
not.
we
Well,
do
yeah.
what?
Ooh, ooh,
You said, can
that's
we do
tough.
what?
Can he knock a dude's memory from the past 6 weeks clean before we put them two
I
on a
mean, yo,
scale
you
together?
talking about T-Mac? You
Mhm.
talking about Richardson Hitchens is at 47 too? He's
Yes.
not good. The nigga ducked Antoine and Matthias. He's not good.
Hey, B, he was a champ. He was a champ.
At
He the
Dude,
champ,
duck.
140,
champ.
He
At
he
140.
literally
he is
he
a 40,
literally
former
he
140 champ.
literally ducked the champ because he said he didn't want to be in the rehydration clause for the IBF, and then he waited for him to lose and then go fight the guy that beat him for the same belt. He literally ducked Matthias.
Mm.
Well,
I,
I say
look,
that. I mean, listen. I give you
He
that.
ducked Antoine. Antoine was trying to unify with him. He's like, oh, you got to get your name up. Nigga, he whooped your ass 4 times in the amateurs. You
hey,
Hey,
ain't
one
no
more.
hey,
smoker,
hold on.
man.
Everybody's getting a little hostile today. This is still B3 SPN. Let's
It
keep it
was. It was
above
more than
board.
that. It was more
Now,
than that.
but let's be clear. You know,
T-Mac, I've
the
never
beat a
said
champ, the
Hitchens
beat
was
a
good.
champ, you gotta beat the champ.
I never
And
said
and
Hitchens was good.
Sabril
Can
got
you hear
cooked.
B3 D free?
I've never said he was good.
Can you hear B3 D? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
hear
I
you.
can hear you.
Okay, go ahead, B.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, Hitchison beat the guy who beat the guy. Sabril, I mean, for all his boogeyman,
I don't care about
Monica
none of
being
that.
the champ, he lost. He lost in
No,
Puerto Rico in his
I don't.
hometown.
He. It
And
doesn't matter if
I
he.
thought he got
It
a
does
I
not
thought he
matter
got a
that
gift
And
he
listen,
certificate.
lost.
and Hitchens,
Ho,
nobody
ho,
even
ho,
brought up
ho, ho.
Hitchens. We went,
So
we went
now,
8, 9
so
names
so
and
so
didn't even
now,
bring up Hitchens.
so now you give a pass to a guy ducking somebody, but he lost, so it's okay now because
Ducking
he
in
ducked
reference
him.
to what?
He literally ducked the man, but that man lost, so
I
now it's
mean,
okay
shoot.
that
He's
I mean,
also an
shoot.
undefeated
Didn't
fighter.
Jermell?
Hold on, Mark, hold on. He's also an undefeated fighter who's actually beat a
I know.
champion and took a belt off a champion.
Of
Yo
course,
Yo has not done anything in the sport. He's
of
just
course,
11-0.
of course,
Congratulations, he's on PBC and everybody
of
is infatuated with PBC.
no,
But at the
of
end of the
course.
day, he's not that guy.
You will be undefeated as well if you duck niggas. You will be undefeated as well.
Mm.
At the irregardless, he took the belt off a champ. Did Yo Yo do that? Is that on his
Nope.
resume?
Not
Yo-Yo
yet.
will do that because he will be fighting a champ in his next
Yeah,
fight.
when
Oh,
he cherry picked Denzel Bentley.
He didn't anybody. They made him the mandatory.
Tell him to go fight Laura.
No, did
firstly,
you
he
not
got
hear
to
what I just
beat
said?
Bentley first.
He didn't
He the number
chose.
one.
He
He's
didn't.
the number
He didn't.
one for Laura right now. Yo Yo is ducking Laura.
He's not the number one for Laura. He's the number.
Yeah.
Well, he
Check the WBA rankings. He
Laura
right
had.
there.
No, he literally became the mandatory for Denzel Bentley. He didn't ask to be the mandatory.
He
They
taking the
made him
easy
the
route,
mandatory.
B3.
What are you talking about? They
He
made
taking
him the
the easy
mandatory.
route.
You talking about, oh, he cherry picked him. So now,
Man,
because
they
they
not
make
going.
you the
Man,
mandatory, it's a
if he
cherry
not
pick.
going that route, listen, man, we not going to cut. We got to just keep it 1,000. If they didn't want to go that route, they would go the WBA route. The only reason WBO is doing anything is because at the end of the day, they know that Yo Yo and PBC is gonna go that route. That's
The
the route they're gonna
WBO
go.
route. You
They're
mean
gonna
the super?
avoid Laura the same way Javante was avoiding Devin at 135. They're
Hold
gonna
on,
go
hold on, hold on.
another direction.
Are you
Mm.
listening to what you said?
Mm.
He's the WBA and the WBO interim champion. The
He's not.
WBO made him the mandatory.
He's
When
not the interim anything.
yes he is.
He's
Yes he
just
is.
there.
So
He's not the interim.
he has the two interim belts.
No, he does not.
Mm.
No,
What
he
belts
been
do
so
we?
now he been
What
Navides.
what belts do we have?
Well,
He don't have none. He just fought a 10 rounder.
So
there's another
what
one
did
over
you
here.
not see the belt that he was holding up at the end of the fight?
No.
Well, then you need to go back and watch it. Then you need to go back and watch
In
it. Then
that 10-round fight? No, we did not.
he has
Exactly.
the WBO interim title. He has the WBA interim title.
Hmm?
He has
Or you
both.
No, we
don't?
don't.
Then why was he fighting a 10-round fight
That
last night?
that's because he's a interim title holder.
That
He's not
don't
a
matter. That's a
champion.
championship fight. They will put
It's
you in a
not,
12-rounder.
Yeah, like
no,
Gary
that is
Antonio
not a
fought for the
championship.
interim
That is
WBA
not a
title,
championship.
and
Yeah.
that was a 12-round fight. Shout out to Gary
Yeah.
Antonio.
Dog, a interim title is not a championship title. There's been plenty of guys that fought 10-round fights that had the interim title. What are you talking about? Just because you fight a 10-round fight does not mean you're not an interim title holder. He has the interim title. You can look it up. That's why
No,
he
it's
became the mandatory
free,
for the
free,
WBO
free,
champion.
free. There are only currently 2 world champions that are interim champions. One is Jesus Ramos, because under WBC for Carlos Adames, because they're trying to figure out what he's gonna do, and Denzel Bentley because of the Janabek situation. That's the only 2 interim
Exactly.
fighters, title holders right now. There's no other
Yo,
title
was
holders.
number
No,
one
Denzel
in
Bentley
the
is the
WBA and the
champion.
WBO.
Denzel Bentley
He
is the
just
champion.
then he probably just got elevated,
Yeah,
but
He's
yeah.
the champion. That's why they made the they're going Yo-Yo the mandatory. They said we're going to allow Denzel Bentley to have a voluntary fight, and then he will fight Yo-Yo in a mandatory
According,
fight. They literally just
according,
came out with it yesterday. Literally.
according to this DAZN article, it states interim title fights in men's professional boxing are scheduled for 12 rounds because an
Mhm.
interim title stands in for a full world championship.
So
In the
let me
case
let me
that a
let me
world
show y'all.
champion
Let me
cannot
show
fight.
y'all real quick. So since you don't believe me, let me show you. I'm gonna pull it
Man,
up
they
and
put. Come
show you.
on, free. You gonna find a picture with a Mickey Mouse belt? And they,
No, y'all the one y'all the one
you're
that
not the
the
interim,
title.
free.
I am not calling it a world title. Y'all calling it a world title. I'm not.
No, it's a
Yeah,
stand-in for the world title. That's what we're saying.
yeah. Because as soon as that champ move out of the weight class, that he's gonna be the full champ. They're gonna elevate him. When you got the interim, you get elevated to full champ. When you number one, you still got to fight.
Denzel Bentley, the WBO world champion at middleweight.
Yeah, yeah, he is.
Now let me show you what they're going.
But it does not say Yo-Yo is interim. He's just number one. He gonna get the shot. He
No,
Mando.
I'm about to show you. I'm about to show you. You ain't gotta worry about it. I'm about to show you.
I'm just hoping that he can win that Denzel fight. I mean, because at the end of the day,
He was the continental. He was the continental Latin American middleweight champion. He wasn't never the interim. It was
oh, that
the
was that was the belt he had.
yeah. That was
Shout out
it.
to Left Hand Manny. Oh, okay. I mean, I think he did have some type of belt.
Yeah, but that's a regional belt. It's not
Man,
like
yeah, exactly. He probably
Barone thought
had
he
the
won the fight. Did you
WBA
see Barone at
Star
the end of the
World
fight?
the regional championship or something like that. The WBA goddamn Intercontinental Championship. One
hold
of
on,
the WWE belts.
my fault. Hold on. I'm gonna send it to y'all right now. Hold on, give me a minute.
The
Yeah,
WBA Tag Team World Championship. One of them Jones.
The
he said
hardcore
He
WBA
just
championship.
so
tag.
strong, man. T Mac, I think Yo-Yo gonna beat Bentley. He's like,
Oh, like
I
I
like
said,
his style, but we gotta see him in 12 rounds. And Bentley can
but
punch.
but like I said, he became the mandatory to Denzel Bentley. He didn't petition for that. That he literally just fought Saturday. They came out Sunday with the mandatory. He didn't petition for it. They came out Sunday.
Yeah, but he got like a month to accept the fight or whatever, so he's good. Don't
They
worry about
said they're
that.
going to let Denzel Bentley have a voluntary fight, and then the next fight will be the mandatory challenger. Yo-Yo, it will be his mandatory challenger. So, like I said, that's not something that he petitioned for. That's what the WBO gave him. They gave him that. So you talking about why he taking this
Well,
route?
hopefully the
That's what the
WBA
WBO did.
will give somebody an opportunity for their belt since he's not gonna fight Laura.
And
Remove him from number one in the WBA, so somebody else can get a fight. Because we
well,
can't be holding up divisions. He's just
when he
holding up stuff.
when he beats Denzel Bentley, they will remove him from number one.
Nasty word.
They will remove him from number one.
He been there
But
for about he
that's
been
the
there
same
for a
thing.
minute. He been
That's
there
the same.
for at least 6 months.
But that's the same thing they did with daggone what's the guy name? Williams Zapata. He was number one in 4 different sanctioning bodies. He only could fight one champion, but he was the number one in 4 different sanctioning bodies. The same thing they did with Loma. He was number one in 2 different sanctioning bodies. They've done this multiple times. We've seen this plenty of times before. This ain't the first time that it happened.
Yeah, and I see Jesus Ramos. He's the interim for the WBC. More than likely, his fight versus Nursinov is going to be for the full title since Carlos Adames is moving up. And that fight is on, I believe, the Pitbull Cruz undercard, September 19th. So we got some good boxing ahead of us for sure. 160. I mean, 160 ain't no bad division. I like George Lidar. I'm looking at it now. Vito, he's going to fight. I think he's fighting Ammo Williams. That's going to be a good fight.
Yeah, he fighting Ammo Williams. I mean, dog, you got a lot of talent at 160. I don't know what y'all talking about. There's a lot of talent
Yeah,
at
it ain't.
160.
Jahad Tucker's at 160.
Jahad
Amari
Tucker is
Jones
there.
at 160. Yeah.
Yeah, you got Jahad
Yeah.
Tucker. You got Jalil Hatchett at 160. You got
Yes.
Ammo Williams there. You got Jesus Ramos there. You got Tim Zoo there. You got Yo-Yo there, of course. Colin Walsh, I ain't really sold on Colin Walsh, but they pushing him like that.
Yeah. After
You
further
got
review,
you got
160 is going to
Amari
be.
Jones. You got Amari Jones there.
Mm-hmm.
You got George Leonard there that just fought Saturday. So they got a lot of talent at 60. These guys are just not being pushed. They got a lot of talent there. Troy Isley is there. There's talent at 60. They just not being pushed like that. Everybody keep talking about the same select few fighters. That's what the problem is. There's talent at 60.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is. Let me see. Before we get out of here for the day, I got an appointment at 4. I wanted to look at the boxing schedule. Before we get out of here, Free, let me ask you about Moses Atama. Fighting Philip Hergovich this weekend. What's your thoughts like? What's your early prediction on that matchup?
Moses Atana within 5 rounds. Philip Herkovich is not a good boxer. He doesn't have head movement. All he is a big puncher. That's it. That's all he is a big puncher. He doesn't have footwork, no head movement. Defense is horrible. Boxing ability is average at best. It's going to be easy work. Like a lot of people saying this is a step up fight for Moses Atano. It's really not. It's a name on his resume, but it's really not a step up fight. And y'all
You
see that. Y'all see.
you think he's fought opponents on the level of
And
Herkovich?
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, isn't it Michaela Mayer versus Chantel Cameron this weekend?
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, it is.
Are you
I mean,
expecting Michaela to pull that out? Pull that one out?
I don't know. That's a tough fight. That's a tough fight. Cameron is a hell of a fighter. That's a tough fight. I would lean towards Michaela, but that's a real tough fight. That's a
Yeah,
real
she's gonna have
tough.
to be very disciplined to beat Michaela Mayer. Chantel is.
But what did you just ask me, Mark, before you dropped off?
Yeah, I was saying, you think you say it's not a step up fight, so you think that Filip Hergovich has fought people on the level of or excuse me, Itoma has fought people on the level of Hergovich, who's fought
Yeah,
the opponents Hergovich has fought?
I think he fought guys on his level.
You think that's Jermaine Franklin?
Huh?
You think that's a Jermaine Franklin?
Yeah. I think Jermaine Franklin is on his level. I think
Wow.
what's my guy? Dillian White is on his level.
I don't think so. Dillian White, it came off that layoff after he got popped for
That
like the third or fourth time, and then Jermaine
no,
Franklin.
y'all keep talking about these daggone layoffs like guys don't go through layoffs all the time. These guys are professional. They do this for a living. Guys go through layoffs. You have things that happen in your life where you go through layoffs. It could be an injury while you have a layoff. It could be you had something in your system, you have a layoff. It could be the fact that you can't find fights, you have a layoff. Guys go through layoffs all the time.
I
But
guess you
when you
entitled.
I
You
mean
entitled.
Herkovich came back off a layoff and we saw what he did. He continued winning. So you can't just say because a guy
Yeah,
had a
but
layoff, that's the reason why he lost. Because that we saw daggone Mr. Gary Russell come back off a 3-year layoff and he knocked his opponent out. So we can't just say that.
yeah, you're entitled to your opinion, Frilio. I just don't think he. I think it's the best opponent Moses Atomo has ever fought, and we're gonna see if he gets tested.
So you think
If he
Herkovich is
goes in
better than
there,
Dillian
if
White?
he goes in there and he outclasses Herkovich,
You think
I will shut
Herkovich
up.
is
I'll
better?
get a guy. I
You
will
think
say it.
Herkovich? You think Herkovich better than Dillian White?
At this point in his career, hell yes.
What has he done to show you that he's better than Dillian White?
He got a Big Bang Zhang win on his resume. He beat who did he beat? He beat I think David Adelaide would beat Dillian White at this point in his career. He beat David Adelaide recently.
You
So
say
yeah,
you say David Allen and you said Big
Adelaide,
Bang.
Adelaide, not David Allen, David Adelaide.
Oh, well, you said Big Bang Zhang, which was a fight that he arguably lost. He lost that fight. They
Arguably,
they
but it was a slugfest. It was back
they
and
they,
forth.
they gave it to him, but I know he lost that fight. They gave it to him, but even in that fight, you saw that he has no head movement, he has no footwork. He's just a big puncher. That's it. We seen Moses in there with guys that's just big punchers. He made easy work out of them. You a guy that can't move your head, you're an easy target for a guy like Moses Atana.
Hey, listen, I got Moses winning the fight. I'm just contesting the point you made that
And,
this is
and
not a step up fight. I think it
it's
is a
not.
step up fight.
It all it is a name on his resume. It is not a step up fight. You're gonna see come Saturday, you're gonna be like, man, that shit was too easy. You're gonna see it's gonna be too easy.
Hey, if he does, he'll get credit for me. I'll say he's probably the best heavyweight at once. I'll say he's the best at heavyweight. I'll say that. You're not gonna
I
hear
think
that from out of me that Frankie Boy Sanchez will be a tough fight. If he could go in there and dust off a Hergovich, outclass him, stop him cold, I'll say he could beat everybody pretty easily at one at I keep saying one. I keep almost saying 160. I mean heavyweight,
I
but
think
I
the
gotta see it first.
only
I'm
time
not.
only time he's really gonna face any resistance is when he fight the top level. Herkovich is not a top level. He's mid level. He's not top level. When he get in there with guys like Daniel Dubois, he get in there with guys like Usyk, Caballero, that's when he's gonna face some resistance. And I still think he beats those guys too, but that's the only time he's gonna face some resistance. I think the only person right now, as far as his level, that hasn't achieved anything yet, only person that on his level that will give him a problem is Tamor. I mean, the Australian, Tabara Tamora.
I don't
That's
know who
only
that
I'm
kid
with
is.
you.
I only know Justice Honey. That's the only Australian I know,
you
and
don't know
JoJo
the big.
Parker.
Hold on, you don't know the big tall Australian that just fought 2 weeks ago?
Yeah,
Terramona,
he's nice. He can
Terramona.
fight. He can fight.
Teramona.
Yeah, he can fight. He can crack. That dude can punch.
That's the only one
He
I
a
No,
think
big
that
boy.
gives him some problems right now as far as that level of
Terramona,
fighter.
What about
Teramona.
Agate?
Simona.
Agger gives him trouble, but I think he beats Agger.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with you. Let's we gonna table it for the day, fellas. Man, appreciate all the love and
Uh,
support. Everybody that blessing the platform. Appreciate you pulling up free. Make sure y'all lock in with D Free Sports Talk. My brother Just Ask Juan. Also Marky Dan. democracy briefing. Listen,
Absolutely. I'm gonna
I
drop my link once again.
will
I
drop it,
sent
Mark.
you. D Free just left, but I gifted him a sub yesterday. I'd appreciate it if people could come over to my page, give me the same support. If you don't, I ain't gonna be heartbroken, but I'd appreciate it. And yeah, there's my link right there.
I boot. I
Boston
beat.
good. T Mac. Um, is that Victor Alvarez? Appreciate you, Vic. Appreciate everybody pulled up today. We'll be back. We do 1 to 3 Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That's the schedule right now for B3 SBN, B3 Pix TV, the Savage ENT. We definitely building. We definitely working. Listen, bless, not stress. Man, monitor what you consume. Every action you take is a seed you sow into your future. Hold yourself accountable. Be disciplined. Be obedient to God, and you're gonna be blessed. God has us while the devil lurking. At the end of the day, we always working. Let's go green.
I need money.